All right, so we have a finished track, and all we need to do now is export it. So let me show you how to do that. So go to File, the top left corner here, and you're going to want to save as. Wait, hold on. You're going to want to save. Make sure that you've saved. Looks like I have not saved this project name. I haven't even named this track. I'm going to call it. Man, I don't even know. I'm going to call it Moonlight. Good a name as any. All right, cool. So I'm going to hit save. All right. So now we're ready to export. So we're going to go to File. As soon as it's done saving. There we go. It's working on it. There we go. File. Export. And this is where you can choose the format. So you can export it as an MP3. So let's say you wanted a smaller file size so you could, I don't know, email it to yourself and listen to it so you could write to it, something like that. WAV file is a much higher quality, but it takes up more space on your hard drive. File there. I'm going to choose WAV. And you can also individually export the stems, each track on its own. So I'm just going to call this, I'm going to call it Moonlight, right? We're going to create a folder called Moonlight for this track. And I'll send you, if you want to hear, I didn't want to waste time in the tutorial like playing the entire track. I'm going to include a link to the track in this training in case you wanted to hear how it ended up, how it sounded all the way through. Maybe you have a song idea. I don't know. But anyway, I created a folder called Moonlight, and I'm going to create another folder called Moonlight Stems. Hold on. I accidentally tried to do a shortcut there. New folder. Moonlight Stems. There we go. All right. And we're going to call this, well, it's Moonlight. There we go. So I'm going to hit save. And in order to create stems, you have to toggle this right here, this little button that says Split Mixer Tracks. If it's not selected, it exports the entire track together as one file. If it is selected, it's going to export stems. So we're going to do that. Looks like it might take a little bit. Okay, we have exported, and here's the folder right here, and you can see what the stems look like. So as you can see, it's broken out into keys, atmosphere, all of the individual instruments. There's one file called current, and there's one file called master, and insert 12. I'll have to see what insert 12 is, but current and master is your track all together. One is obviously all of the current audio that's in the session, and then master is what's coming out of your master track, your master mixer track. I'm just going to go ahead and delete those because when most, if you were making this for somebody else or if you wanted to pull it into a session so you could record, you want to have your individual instruments. You don't necessarily want all of that together. So I'm just removing that from the stems folder. And then I would just, pull the master probably outside of that and just create a WAV file with all of it. Okay, so we have that. That is how to export. And that's it. You've created a track. So there was a lot of content I could have put into this video, so we've just kind of scratched the surface of what FL Studio can do, but hopefully this tutorial has been helpful to you. Watch the next video because if you want some more help, I have a little bit of information on how you can get that.